What are some of your favorite LiveCode features?
Widgets.
Yeah.
I love widgets. The widgets came along at the perfect time for me. I was working on version 4 of our desktop software. I had just received the designs from the UI designer, and there were a lot of things in the design that I was like, I'm going to struggle with. That's going to be a lot of work, right? Because there's always this balance. For me, there was this balance between, okay, I can probably recreate pretty much anything they give me if I really want to, but then I have to think, what is the maintenance cost of that? I'm always thinking about what's the maintenance cost for anything I do. And there's some things that the maintenance is going to be high, but it's a must-have thing. And there's other things where I'm like, well, you know what, Mr. UI designer or Mrs. UI designer, I am going to shelve that. That's going away. I am not doing that because I don't want to maintain it. And so this came along right at the time when widgets became available. And when I saw that first example of a widget example where I could write code that would draw anything I wanted, and in my app it would just be, like it would be a normal button or whatever it was that was simple to move around, I was in heaven. I was able to, because they're vector based, and I can use, I could use SVG paths, the paths from SVGs to pretty much create whatever we wanted to. I was able to take what the UI designer had provided in Adobe Illustrator, and I could just copy and paste the paths into these widgets and have the UI that they designed. So for me, that was fantastic, because I got, as a developer, it was easy for me to maintain, and there was a little bit of a learning curve when widgets first came out. I mean, now there's lots of great widgets that you can just and even you can just use SVG in images now, right? So there was a bit of a learning curve there, but it was so worth it, because even now I go back and I had to make a bunch of UI updates to my application yesterday, and it's just easy. And because it's vector, the widgets give me the access to this vector art. It looks great on any display, whether it's a Retina display or a normal display or the phone or whatever. It doesn't matter. Stuff looks great. So that's one of my favorite features of LiveCode.